Aloha, siblings, and welcome to another Minetest Monday. In today's episode, I will be doing more or less the same that I usually do. I might do a little wandering. I'm mostly going to be working on the manor. So for those of you who are, know what I'm doing, then that makes sense. I'm making a building, and I'm probably going to be spending most of the time building. I think that's about it, really, for what's going to go on today. So let me do the YouTube thing that professional YouTubers are supposed to do. I guess like, subscribe, right? Click the notification bell and all of that sort of thing. There are some links in the description. Notably, one of them is to my Patreon, which functions more or less as $1 a month tip jar. What else should I tell you guys about? Every Saturday nights, I do live streams. It's 8 p.m. Saturdays, California time. I think there's something else. And just to remind you guys, I'm doing the Minetest Mondays every other Monday, right? I've gone back to that schedule. What else should we talk about here before I get going and playing the game? I feel like there's something else. Oh, I remember what it was. Okay, so January 12th, which is just, a few weeks away, just a couple of weeks away, really. There's going to be a Minetest, live, or a Minetest video, but there's also going to be Minetest live, I guess is what's happening. So I'm going to break with my typical thing. I'm going to pre-record a video, probably the next day or so, that I will post and schedule to release on the 12th. And it will be a premiere. And then after that premiere, I'll go into Minetest Live. And the reason I'm doing all that is I'm trying to see if I can work the algorithm to my advantage, So if I preload or, upload the video in advance and schedule it, YouTube will let people know who are subscribers and say, hey, look, Bill's doing this thing and it's coming up. You've all seen that, notify me kind of thing. So I want to see if that actually will work for me, and because the live streams don't do as well as videos. And the last time I did a Minetest Monday live, it didn't do so well. As far as viewership and people engaging and all that kind of thing. And I think it's just because it's not a video, and I think people respond differently to live than they do videos. So my thinking is, if I do a video and then the people show up to do the video as the premiere, then that might get them motivated to come hang out for the live. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking things or whatnot, but I thought I'd give it a go. Okay, so now let's calm down, Bill. Calm down, slow down. Let's get into ASMR mode, and let's go play some Luanti Minetest, shall we? Okay, so let's switch into this mode here. Now that I'm down in the corner there, right? Let's say continue. Okay, I am not where you last saw me. Partially because I had to come in and get some screen captures used those for the holiday thumbnails, just because it amused me. I used, like I just did for the background for here. And I also had a lot of hassles trying to get the audio right. It just, so I'm hoping it's better now. Okay, now I'm just kind of wandering around babbling. So let me, I need to get to grips with where I left off here. All right, so this is now going to be the floor of the third floor, right? That's where I'm at here. So what am I going to do? Let me go back over to here, I guess, yeah. So we'll go down here. All right, I don't want to do that, right? That'll just take me and I'll just fall, won't it? I feel like I need to do something about that. Put some sort of barrier here to keep people from, right? I'm, doink, I can just fall down because I get no damage, right? It's in creative mode, so. Alright, for those of you who are new, this is my manor that I'm building. And what we're in right now in this room, area part of the manor that I'm building, is my massive library study thing. Alright, so so let's just wander around here for a little bit so we can get our bearings, because I need to decide what I'm going to be doing. And oh, by the way, yes, I know I can just hold the buttons down to walk around, but as this is an ASMR channel, keyboard noises is a trigger, so I try to every now and again throw in. So you get some variation on not just the walking sounds, but actually the keyboard sounds as well. Alright, so let's go back to here. This is... Oh, it's getting dark. Alright, let's go. I don't feel like working in the dark right now. So whoever will do, will do. Gonna go to bed now, right? La da da, la da da, la da 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 da, la da da da, la da da da, la da da da. Cock-a-doodle-doo. It's time to wake up, gang. So let's go back this way. So this is the front door that we just went in. Here is my entryway. And this is the, I don't know, entry hall, grand hall, living room, I don't know what you want to call this gigantic thing. And right over there, directly ahead, is going to be the library study complex, which is going to be like, I don't know, 3 or 4 stories tall. I think 4 stories. I think I've decided I'm going to make this thing be 4 stories. I mean, the whole building will be 4 stories, so including the library as well, right? And over here is, well, we won't go into that right now. We'll probably go, I'll do more of a tour later. Or maybe I'll save that for the live premiere thingamabob thing. Okay, so let's go in the way we came out, I guess. So here's the library. This over here. Oh, if you're curious about all the weird stairs and steps and things that just sort of seem to pop up and go nowhere, I picked this bit of land to build on, and because I like following the terrain, right? So this was like a bit of a rise, and then it goes just mildly downhill over here, right? And it continues mildly downhill over here, right? Anyway, so there you go. So this one that's over here, this one that's right over here, where it's like kind of dark. You know what I need to do? Let me put a lamp down here just for now so people can see it then, yeah. There, that'll put the lamp there, that'll let you see it. Come on. There we go. There, now you can see down in here. I think I'm gonna, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, but I'm thinking I might make this into a little nesty sort of place, like where somebody might come into the library to, you know, maybe take a nap, or maybe I put a couple of big comfy chairs for people to read down here or something. I don't know. I was kind of thinking I might leave it dark and put a bed down there. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, this is a bookcase that is the stock bookcase that comes in the Lullaby Minetest. I don't care for it. I need to either find mods that I like to, you know, replace these things, or I think what I want to do ultimately is learn to build my own mods for this stuff. Because this is probably going to be multiple years for this whole thing. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just seems like at the pace I'm going, it's like this is going to take forever to build. So this is a long haul sort of a show, gang. And it is my intent to ultimately, after I'm done building this, I want to start looking at possibly playing, you know, games that are pre-existing from somebody else, and play in survival mode kind of thing. And I also want to make, after I've made this as just sort of my first thing, I think I will, and after I've played, oops, come on over here, Mallette, there we go. And after I've played somebody's game in survival mode, so I have a better idea about what to expect from it. Or, you know, what to expect from me, but also kind of get an idea about what other players expect, you know what I mean, like what makes good gameplay. And I figured I'd try and make a world for that purpose. just wandering around and building silly stuff. Anyway, alright, so here I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with all these various areas. So let's pause and talk about the planning, Bill. Alright. I kind of am doing this by the seat of my pants, just kind of making it up as I go along. Mostly because that's fun for me. And this doesn't really have to be a building that stands in any real-world practical manner, right? Okay, so right now I'm on the 3rd floor. Alright. Do I want to... I'm not sure, so I'm going to change plans here. I'm going to put a pause on the library for a minute. And let's go down here, I guess. And I think what I want to do is go work on getting the 2nd floor put in. And think if I'm going to be doing any weird irregularities, because I do have, there's a few irregularities here in the library. Like if you look over there, there's a 2nd floor, and it's not on the same level as that 2nd floor, right? I'm going to do a fair amount of that here in the library. And I think as it goes higher, it's going to get even more a little chaotic and fractionary stories, you know what I mean? Where there's, well, I guess it'll reveal itself as it goes. Yeah, anyway, so, well, actually, let's just go look at the other upstairs, shall we? See, I wasn't really going to do a whole big tour, but as I've kind of I'm not sure what to do with the library in this particular moment. So let's just wander around for a minute, and then I'll work on the 2nd floor. Alright. And here we go. Alright, so here, all these little wall segments are going to have bookcases on them. And you can see there's a window, and then you can see the other 2nd floor over there. And this will come out here. Now this is just a balcony thing that sticks out, but it's enclosed. And I'm thinking I might have, I'm not sure, do I want to have it? That's the thing, see, I'm not sure. Do I want this to go, how high do I want the window bit to go? Or do I just want it to be like right here? I'm not sure. Alright, so let's go here. Alright. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make the whole 2nd floor, I think, just be, at least here in all the common areas. I don't think I'm going to do anything trippier, offset, right? You can see it's not much. I guess it's just a block, right? The other 2nd story over there is just like a block higher than the other one, isn't it? But that's enough to be, that's because each of these blocks is about a meter, right? A cubic meter. Alright, let's go look over here real quick just for that. Yeah, there's my little, I don't know what you want to call these things, courtyard, atrium, kind of yard inside the building kind of thing. So outside brought in. Yeah, well, let's just get to the tedious task of laying down some floor, shall we? And, here, I need to, what am I going to do with the entry? Let's just go over here where I know what I'm doing or what I'm going to be doing, because this is just filling in space, isn't it? So let's just do this now. I'm thinking of trying to... Alright, I'm always a little leery of the bricklaying noises. Because I kind of like them, but they're this low thud. And I think some people don't, so... Well, it's part of the game, so... Yeah, hopefully you like them. Alright, I'm going to fly, and then... Because building is easier for me when I fly for some reason. Alright. So, if you're not digging the low, thuddy bricklaying noises and that kind of thing, this probably isn't the episode for you because there's going to be a lot of it. Sorry about that, but, you know, the game is what the game is. And I try to make it be as, well, as cool and nice and ASMR for as many people as possible, but the truth is, you know, you can only do so much for everybody, you know. What's the thing? You can't please all the people all the time kind of thing. And, alright. I kind of wish there was, like, be some odd kind of Bob Ross-esque sort of, you know, pattern I could come up with, you know, while I'm building this. Because he was always very good at talking about what he was doing and making it all seem very appealing and nice. Part of that is also going to be down to the fact that it's an educational video. And I think it's easier to come up with things to talk about if you're trying to educate somebody about a thing than it is if you just, hey, watch me do a thing. I mean, in an odd way, this is sort of like, I don't know, as I said, can you call it a spectator sport? I mean, you're watching me play a game, but I'm not really, I mean, I'm playing the game from the standpoint of play being fun. But you know what I mean? But I'm not really, there's no, it's not typical gameplay, is it? So it's, you know. Anyway, it looks like it's getting dark again. Yeah, so let's go, how dark is it getting? How close? You know, let's go watch the sunset and I'll do the lullaby thing and then we'll sleep. You know, let's go out over here because I'm flying, right? Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Da, 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 da. La, da, da, da. La, da, 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 da. La, da, da. La, da, da. La, da, da, da. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go up. Let's go over this way. Keep laying down some flooring. Okay, here we go. You know, I'm trying, another thing I would like, you know, I need to, what am I trying to say? My brain just went and did a thing. So I'm thinking, you know, but the thing about the mods just came back into my mind. And I wonder if you can make things that just sit on the surface of something as far as mods, right? Like, could I lay down rugs or carpets on these and they wouldn't actually be, they wouldn't have to be a full block, you know what I mean? Oops, what am I doing? There we go. And, wrong button, Bill. Pay attention to what you're doing there, buddy. Okay. What was I just talking about? My brain just farted. Okay. Oh, and you know what I'm going to do? Let me go over here to the entryway a minute. I don't know how tall I want the entryway to go up. I think I'm going to have the entryway go up to include the second floor, and I think there'll be like a railing thing here to overlook as people come in, like you go, oh hey man, welcome, come on into the house. Because I'm not going to have a front door, right? It's just going to be this big, you know, Okay, I'm laying down the floor first off. Let's do that. And I'll worry about railings and stuff later. So yeah, let's... Alright, let me... And there we go. Let's go do these. Let's go this way. Oh, there's some dogs barking. From the direction that the sound is coming from, I'm pretty sure it's one of my sister's dogs, which would be this sort of bulldog boxer something kind of mutt, and then her other one is a lab something else mutt. Let's back up a little bit. But her dogs are pretty friendly. But they do occasionally just like to bark. Let's go. Let's go this way now. And putting in some flooring. Oh, I think I was talking about the doing 2D mods, right? That's what I was thinking of before I lost my train of thought. So yeah, I mean, that's the thing, really. I'd like to be able to like make things like rugs and like artwork to put on the wall and stuff like that. And I would like it to not have to be a whole cube. Or maybe it could be a whole cube, but it would be an empty cube. You know what I mean? It would be a cube as far as the spatial, what it took up. But what you like, if it was a rug, say for example, it would be a cube, but it would be completely empty except for the bottom surface, right? You know what I mean? I don't know, but see, if you walked on it, then you'd still have to be walking a meter above it, wouldn't you? Because of the cube occupying space, even if it's visually not that way. At least I think that's how it would work. I'm not sure. I clearly need to learn more about how mods and stuff work, and well, I need to learn anything about how mods and stuff work. But all right, where am I at over here? Do I want? Oh, here's another one of my inside yards. Yeah. So, oh, wow, I just realized that little bit of grass right there makes a letter F. All right, how high do I want this one to go up? I think similarly, I want to have, you know, let's do this. I'm going to put some wall here, but this won't be floor, I don't think. This will just be wall for right now. Because I'm having this idea of having a little balcony that kind of pokes its way in here. Oops. Come on, go away. There we go. Alright, so yeah, let's put this here like this. This will be the floor. I think I'll have, just so I can mark it for myself for future reference so I can kind of remember what I'm doing. This will be wall. Oops, not like that. Let me go up a bit. Here we go. Bump, bump, bump. Come on, bump. And let's do that there. Alright, I'll get the idea. And this is all floor here right now. And so, how do I want to do this? You know, I'm going to leave it alone for a minute. I'll come back to it, but I think I'm going to have a little balcony come sticking out into here. I just don't know how far or what I'll do about railing and that kind of thing just now, so let's just leave it to be for the moment. Maybe I'll just make it be just a straight railing here so it doesn't poke out. You sort of look over. I'm not sure. Alright, so let's just leave that be. And let's continue with the laying of the floor. And to do real quick while I'm over here. Sorry, I'm so haphazard, but actually, no, I'm not sorry. It's just I'm haphazard. It is my nature, I suppose. All right, so let me do this really quick. Let's unfly. And I want to see how I'm going to do this. How much do I want this covered? Right. So I don't know if I need to. All right. I think. All right. I can walk. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, let's go this way. Oops. Let's go up a bit and come back a bit. Oops, I stopped flying, didn't I? All right. I'll go up just a little bit more and back up a bit. And let's look at what we're doing here, Bill. All right, I think. All right, let's go this way a little bit. I'm clearly gonna have to start putting lamps and things around, aren't I? Let's go up. Let's go over here. Alright, now, also debating on how tall do I want. See, this is pretty tall, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7 meters tall. Right? So, I don't know if I want it to be any taller. That's already a pretty high ceiling, isn't it? Yes, let me go fix this bit over, or not fix, but let me work on that bit over here for the, so this is just wall, really. Now, but there's this, I think I want it to be like, oh, here, let me, let's go this way. I think, maybe I just put it here like this. Is that enough, or do I want to cover it more than that? You know, I'll just do this, and I can always add and take away, can't I? As I've sort of observed of my own behavior over the course of playing this game, that I am probably like the worst building contractor ever. Because I waste materials like mad, and I change my mind and build things and tear them back down, and uh-oh, it's already getting to be sunset time. Alright, I'll leave that be for a minute. Let's do some more flooring over here, and then I'll drop down and we'll, oops. Or actually, I know, I'll continue flying and I'll do another. Oh man, it's going fast, isn't it? Alright, here, I'll just come over here. We'll just do it from here. We can watch that sunset kind of go between those trees, yeah. La da da, la da da, la da da da, la da da, la da da da, la da da da, la da 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 da, la da da. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Alright, let's go back over there and see if we can keep making some flooring. It's about a half an hour now. I'll keep going for, I think this episode will be just about an hour. Probably not much more than that. I know sometimes I go much longer than that, but I don't think today's is going to be one of those days. Mostly because I want to try and record that other one for the 12th. I may not get it up and published sometimes to make a simple hour-long video, it ends up taking me, I don't know, a lot more than that, like most of a day sometimes. Depending on, setting up mics and lights, and if there's noises upstairs and I have to stop and start, or there's noises that happen while I'm in recording and I have to do a lot of editing, or, you know what I mean? It's just... And I'm sure there are other people who probably work faster, more effectively than I do, but... And now, having said that, I'm not complaining, really, you know what I mean? It's just, it was... I suppose one might say that it was different than what I expected when I first thought of the idea of, like, doing YouTube stuff, you know what I mean? Because when I first started, it was not intended to be anything more than just a silly hobby. But, well, sometimes things have a life of their own, don't they? Oops, too far away. There we go. And sometimes that noise really appeals to me. So I hope it's the same for most of the rest. Well, I guess I could wish for it to be the same for all of you, but the truth is that it's pretty rare that of the things that are true for all humans when it comes down to enjoyment and that kind of thing, Actually, I don't know, is there such a thing that is universally enjoyed by people? I mean, because you can't even say sex, right? Because there are people who are asexual. Alright, let's go over here a little bit. Oh, below me right now, this is the kitchen. Alright. And the kitchen, I will just put the ceiling over just because it doesn't need to be any taller than it is. As a matter of fact, I just thought of the thing, I could have a 2-story kitchen. Let's look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 meters. Because 3 meters is like more than 9 feet. And that's bigger than most ceilings, at least, most of the ceilings I've lived in. I mean, if you've seen my original channel, and if you don't know what I mean by that, there's a video, that's the first video for this channel that'll explain what that's all about. I don't know, I thought, why did I even bring that up? Okay, now I've really lost my train of thought, because I sort of brain farted, and then noises happened, and then now I don't know what I'm doing. So anyway, so what was I doing? I was talking about the kitchen being tall enough to be multiple stories. Oh, that's what I was bringing up my original channel for, is that if you've seen some of the videos from that, oops, that's not what I wanted to do, dude. You will have seen the inside of my apartment that I lived in San Francisco. Because I was talking about ceiling heights, wasn't I? And it is one of those old Victorian flats in San Francisco. Actually not too far from Alamo Square, which was the famous painted ladies are around Alamo Square. And I was like, what, 1, 2, I guess you'd have to walk 3 blocks, I think. 1 over that way, 1 over that way, I think. And then 1, yeah, I think it's like 3 blocks to get to Alamo Square from my old apartment. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'll just leave that there right now, because I think I might make that work. You know what I mean? So there might be like I don't know how I'll make that work, but a 2-story kitchen somehow just appealed to me all of a sudden. I suppose the idea would be that we're just cooking for armies in here, man. And this place is, in fact, pretty giant. is 4 or 5 meters minimally, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's pretty tall in my mind. I was just thinking, I'm sitting here and I'm not saying anything, so I was like, Bill, you should maybe say something now and again, because, I mean, it is the case that one of the more appealing things about my channeling content seems to be the timbre of my voice, which is fine, that's okay. I mean, that's why a lot of people admire certain singers, right, is the sound of their voice. I mean, clearly they, you know, most singers that are admired can actually hit notes and that sort of thing too, but there's also a portion of it that's down to the sound of the voice. Oops, I missed. There we go. I'll put you there. Thank you. Oops, missed again. There we go. There we go. Now, and that's all that bit there. So now this is where I haven't decided what to do about whether there's going to be a balcony here or not, is there? Or isn't it? Alright, I'll just have to give it some thought. I won't stand here staring at it, doing nothing while you guys watch me do nothing. Alright, so, the only place that really has any third floor activity as far as building is over here in the library, isn't it? So, alright, let's quit flying for a minute. And let's go over here and then let's come in the entryway. Okay, we're coming in here. So here we go. Oh, just on a quick tangent. I don't know what I'm going to do as far as a walkway and the front area in front of the house. I also haven't even considered what else I might put here in this particular little world, as far as, you know, will other buildings, will I put in roads, will I devise means of transportation, you know, I don't know. I might just build this building in this world, and then go play some games and then go from there. That's probably the most likely series of events, but I'm going to put a lamp in here just because it's dark. Here we go. Let's put another one over there somewhere. Here we go. Let's go over here and put some in here. I guess I need to go closer. Here we go. That should be enough to kind of see what's going on mostly around here. I'm not really doing any work in here right now, but would like to see where I'm going when I'm walking around, yeah. And let's put one over here too. Oops, not close enough. There we are. Yeah, okay. Pop, 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 pop. So we've come in. We're going to come over here. I'm going to go up to the steps. I'm going to go up here. It's already getting sunset again. So what I haven't been clocking it actually. Maybe I should try to. Anyway, Cock-a-doodle-doo. Alright, so what's the next thing? Alright, I'm going to go put in the ceiling slash floor over here, because I've decided I'm not going to have the dining room be any taller than, that just seems kind of silly. Of course, that doesn't mean it shouldn't be built, right? It's just telling me there's a lot of this stuff that's, oops. I forgot that I had put in the lamp there. All right, there we go. Let's get back to the blocks. Here we are. Now I also got to figure out, or maybe not figure out, but come up with an idea for what I'm going to do as far as the rooms up here. Because the bottom floor really is just, you know, ways to get around to get to the little yard spaces, the big grand hall, and of course the stairway to the, or maybe I should say stairways to the library, whatever. Actually, I guess the one is just the stairway to the second floor, but you can just get normal second floor access to that one piece of the library. So I don't know what, so down the library's down there, the kitchen's down there, the dining room's down there, and of course the big giant space of the entry hall, or whatever we're going to call that. So do I want, there's ultimately going to be, well, some of the things I know for sure I'm going to put in is some bedrooms. I don't know how many yet. I'm going to put in a recording studio slash maybe more like a, yeah, actually, you know what, I'll just make a full-on freaking recording studio. You know, with a big room and the whole thing. I also want to put in like a 2-channel hi-fi room. Right, so I need to learn how to make mods, don't I? Because if I'm going to do that, I'm going to have to make little things that look like, you know, a hi-fi set, you know, like with a reel-to-reel and the whole thing. And, you know, whatever the stuff I'm going to stick in for the recording studio, right? So I'm going to need to make a lot of fiddly little nonsense. So now that I'm thinking about that, this is clearly going to be a multi-year project. I don't know, maybe I'll learn how to do mods easily and they'll just, you know, they'll just peel off fast. I don't know. And I suppose maybe I could just look at what exists and see if I don't know, I just don't expect people to have the things I want just because of whatever. And I'm kind of the mindset I'd like to learn to do the mods just because, why not? I mean, I suppose I shouldn't. What am I trying to say? I should be able to do it, you know what I mean? I mean, once upon a time I actually was a computer programmer, so I would think that learning how to do mods shouldn't be impossible. Oops. And let's back up a little bit. Oh, and the other thing is I want to do some form of chandelier in the dining hall. Although, you know, I might, yeah, here, let's go, oops, wrong button, Bill. W is forward, man. Actually, let's kill flying for the moment. Let's walk around here. Because I'm thinking, let's go, oh yeah, here I can just walk off this ledge, so I don't have to go all the way over to the stairway, right? Yeah. So I need to have at least some lamp in here somewhere. Let's just put one there so I can see what I'm doing. And let's go put one over here so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. So what I'm thinking of, let me go into inventory real quick. Let me go look into inventory. Because there are a few of those lamps. Like, see, this one is aspen, that one's acacia. I think there might be one that's just black or white, maybe. What's this? Jungle wood. Is that dark enough for my purposes? What else we got? What's that there? Crystal fragments, interesting. What's this thing here? Gold lump. Lava source. Alright, it looks like that's more or less your options for the lamps, except for the big full-on cube ones, which I also like, but that's not what I'm looking for. Alright, yeah, there's this. What's that there? Oh, it's just a gold brick. Alright, let's take this one, and I'm going to swap this one out, so I put you away, take this one back, there we go, and let's get rid of inventory. And now what I want to do is I want to put, let's see, where do I want this to be? How big is this place? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need more light. I can't see well enough. Okay, there we go. Let's do it this way. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 15 this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10 by 15, right? I was thinking of trying to. Here, I need to turn flying back on, don't I? Alright, so let's have flying enabled. Let me be up here. And I'm just going to leave those there like that. I'm not sure what to do with this now. I was trying to think of like putting different things, kind of having hanging from the ceiling, and I don't know. I was thinking like, where would I want to put them? Do I want them in the middle, or do I want some over there and some over here? And all right, I'm just going to leave it be because I don't know. All right. But at least we can see in here now. So let's kill flying again. Yeah, and I'll just leave it like that for now. And here in the kitchen, there's that. So now I need to see, where would you put a stairway that went up to the second floor of a kitchen? Right? I don't know. So I might even take that back out later, but let me just leave it there for a minute. I just think about it. Right, here's the breakfast nook. Although it's pretty large for a nook, isn't it? So that's 4 by 6 meters. Right, that's pretty big for a room just to have like a little cafe style table to sit at, to eat your breakfast in or whatever. But alright, let's go this way. And over here is the outside door to the kitchen. That way you don't have to go through the whole house to bring in your supplies. Alright, so back out of the dining room into the main hall. How long have we been going? Just 50 minutes? I think I'd like to go just for a few more minutes, so what will I do that I can do in like 10 or 15 minutes? I'm just going to wander around. How about that? Because I'm not sure what to do. Well, let's go upstairs and let me babble, I suppose, about what I might do up here. Because what should be on the second floor? If the big entertaining hall and the dining area and all of that is downstairs, then up here should be more, I think I'd like to have something that would be more like a living room up here that would just be like more casual, not like a giant hall thing, but just a place where somebody might come and sit and relax and not have to worry about it being the entry hall and that kind of thing. And so I don't know where I would put that. See, after you first come upstairs, I think I want to have... Alright, I'm going to just arbitrarily start choosing some stuff to kind of think about here. Or not think about, but to deal with. Let's walk over here. Because I'd like this to be... you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these windows here. Yeah, let's do that. Where's the obsidian glass, guys? Right, so we go this way. I think they want... oh, no, you want to fly. Let's do it that way. Yeah, we'll just go this way. Let me turn around. Let's do these ones here. And let's go this way. Now let's do these ones. And again, it's all that thuddy stuff right now. We put one here. And there we go. Now let's do... there should be... oh, let's go this way here. Go like that, and we'll put one in that corner. There we go. And let's go up a bit, and then that, and like that. Oops. Like, why does it keep doing that? Oh, it's getting dark. Alright, let's go do the lullaby and sleep thing again. La da 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 da. Here we go. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Let's go up. Now let's go back this way. And let's put in some more windows. Now you come up a bit. Here we go. It's like I always find it, you gotta kind of, I don't know, maybe I just am too inexperienced at building this stuff, but I find it sometimes fiddly to get certain things, you know, placed properly. Come on. There we go, thank you. There we go. Alright. Let's go up again. Up. There it is. It went in a weird spot, didn't it? So let's go over here. Let's go this. You need to go away. There, thank you. Push wrong mouse button, dude. Don't do that. Put in the window, Bill. Oh, there we go. Oops. No, not like that. Thank you. Like, that. Ding. Yeah, I think I'll do is I think I will do this until the next sunset, and then I will call that it for today. Will this go up this way, or do I need to come down and do it at a different angle? Yep, I do. Okay. Alright, let's go down. Let's go over here. Let's come down a bit more. There we go. And putting in the windows, man. There we go. Ding. Oh, I need to come up a little bit. let's do these ones here. Wait, what the hell is happening? I got one more now. Alright, that looks like it's about right. Oops, wrong button, Bill. Let's go this way again. Let's come here forward a little bit. And let's get on this one here. Let's place a piece of glass, place a piece of glass, place a piece of glass. Okay. Let's put these here. Alright, I need to come down a bit, I think, and go this a bit. It's one of the things for whatever reason, I just have a hard time dealing with as far as, I guess where I place my mouse cursor and things, because, well, like for stairs and windows, I have more trouble clicking on the right spot with windows and stairs than holy mackerel. I think then should be the case, to be honest, but and we'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do that. Is that all the way up? Okay, let's see. Like that, like that, like that, like that, and like, oops. Like that, thank you. Now, I'll do this one here, yeah. It looks like it's getting highlighted on it, but it still won't place it. Why not? Holy miracle, why did I suddenly have to be so close for this one to work like that? I don't know. Weird. Alright, let's go up. And one more here. That's right, I gotta do these first. It doesn't know to bend just because the one below it is bent. You have to give it the sides for it to bend to. Alright, I think, is that more or less that whole window? Because I think at one point I was going to have that be balcony-like from this side, but I've changed my mind, obviously. So you can walk over there and just look down the window at it. And, alright, let me come down here. Let's put what's over here. I think I've got an open space over here, don't I? Oh yeah, I do, don't I? Alright, so there we go. Let's just go this way. Here. Huh. Weird. Alright, so that goes there, that goes there, that goes there, that goes there. No, not like that. Goes there. Alright, let's go up. This one goes there, this one goes there, this one goes there, this one goes, no, not over there. This one goes there. Let's go up. This one goes there. Nope, not there. There we go. And nope, there, and there, and there. And I think I need to go. Oh, right, because this floor. Right, I forgot about that now. I've got this whole weird thing going on here now. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with it, because the way the library is, has sort of, this stuff is built off of the side of the library, which is why it has the heights and dimensions that it does. But then it also connects here to the regular second floor. And I think, here, let me turn flying back on. I think I need these all to be one more, so let me go here. this is all going to be... Right, there's nothing... I mean, go over here. There's nothing going that way, right? Do I want windows so you can see into there? Or do I just want this to be walled off? And where do I want it to be walled off? I think... Let's go this way. Let's go down a bit. Let's go this way. Let's go down a bit. Let's turn around, I suppose, right? So I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put a wall here. All right, let's do these here. Bing, 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 bing. Let's go up. Bing, 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 bing. Right, and then now I'll do these ones here. Oops, let's go up and get that one there. All right. Now this is floor that needs to be done. All right. All right, now is everybody more or less functioning at the same height? No, I need more windows over here, don't I? Yes, I do. Okay. Let's put one here. Then we go this way. There. One there. One here. Let's go over here and get these ones. One there. One there. One there. Oh, no. All right, what did I do here? Oh, I gotta see what I've done there. That's not right there. Okay. Here. What have I got here now? Okay. This needs to go there. And then now I should be able to place one right there. Okay. And I should be able to place one right. Oops, let's put one there and then one there. All right, let's kill flying again. Let me back up. All right, I think that looks more or less okay. All right, so what have we accomplished today, gang? So siblings, we have the floor for most of the second story. And we got some windows finished put in. Yeah, not so bad. And here we go. It's going to be bedtime soon, so which also means the end of the video for today. So we'll go out with some lullaby. La da da, la da da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da da, la da da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. And I guess that's it. Remember, live streams every Saturday night, 8 p.m. California time. Also remember, January 12th is the Minetest Monday Live, as well as the video premiere. And I guess that's about it for today, gang. So, aloha, siblings.